Let's go into the issue of cryptocurrency. Someone said it's the future of money. But what was a playground once for young tech boffins, not so much. Seen as legitimate investment now by some older Australians. Clearly, it's a technology that's not going to go out anywhere soon. In fact, the Minister for Superannuation and Financial Services, Ms Hume, she's hit back at the Reserve Bank of Australia. She says cryptocurrencies are not a fad and that Australia risks losing out on major economic opportunities if we're too fearful of embracing them. Ms Hume joins me now from Canberra. Well, Minister, thank you. I know it's a difficult concept, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, to get your head around, but I think we can see they're certainly becoming more and more mainstream. Why, though, are you sure they're not a fad?
Well, Peta, about 17% of Australians now invest in cryptocurrency, which demonstrates that there is a groundswell of support behind this new asset class. And whatever it is that you feel about this asset class, I know I personally am not invested in it, and I know that there are plenty of people within the finance industry that shy away from it. Whatever you might think about it as an asset class, as a technology, it's certainly here to stay. And particularly decentralised finance, DeFi as it's known, which uses smart contracts on a blockchain technology, is clearly, has sparked an interest in the finance sector as well as within those that are interested in cryptocurrency alone because of its numerous applications. So when the RBA said that he thought that cryptocurrency was just a fad, I think it was specifically talking about that as an asset class rather than the technology underneath it.
So I'm interested, how can you ensure that, given the lack of regulatory oversight, there's no middleman, you're right to say it's decentralised money, how do you ensure it has integrity? How are you sure it won't pose a risk, let's say, to central banks, for currency traders and money markets down the track? How do we get the regulatory environment right if we are going to say it's worth exploring as Australians?
So there's a couple of issues there. One is the blockchain technology itself, which is authenticated, if you like, and verified by numerous users, and that's how you get the integrity of the system. Cryptocurrency is a little bit different, though, and it is regulated right now. AUSTRAC is a regulator to make sure that anti-money laundering obligations are met. ASIC is the regulator if it's an investment. ACCC are the regulator if it is another form of cryptocurrency, like a utility, for instance. And of course, the RBA is involved too in the use of all currencies. So there are regulators out there, but this is a new asset class. And my message today was really that we should certainly be cautious about the way we proceed, but we shouldn't be fearful because the opportunity for innovation here is great. And Australia has a really great track record in innovation in financial services. And all you need to do is, look at the list of the top 100 fintechs in the world, and Australia's companies like Afterpay, for instance, are right up there. This is something that we should be embracing and using and harnessing rather than shying away from, saying it's all too hard because I don't understand it. And we've seen CBA, for instance, come out and do just that. So CBA is including cryptocurrency investments now on its banking app, and there's about 6.5 million users in Australia that are on there. So, and it's one of the first banks around the world to do so, which is really forward-leaning.
Yeah, look, and I've seen real estate agents take part deposits, housing deposits with cryptocurrencies. We know that people are in their salary packaging are getting crypto thrown in there as well. So what are the opportunities you want Australians or the Australian markets to take advantage of?
Well, first and foremost, I think we should say that there is no doubt about it that cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment. Now, should government ever get in the way of people investing in a speculative investment? No. If their eyes are wide open, if they're fully informed, if they do so with full consent and informed consent, then governments should not have some sort of, wrap you up in cotton wool approach. We should have fully democratic financial markets. But at the same time, when you invest in a speculative investment, whether it be cryptocurrency, whether it be emu farms, whether it be tulips, whether it be speculative property, don't come running to the government or the taxpayer or indeed industry should that speculative investment go south. And so that was a really important message today too. We want people to take risks, certainly, but we want them to do it with their eyes wide open.
Ms Hume, Minister for Superannuation and Financial Services, thank you for your time. It's interesting there, the Minister said tulips. You'll remember there was a book, I think it was 1600s, called Tulip Mania, that basically sent the world broke, speculative investments on tulip bulbs. You go look at that one before you get into your cryptos.